Hello again, my fellow yogis. Welcome back for, I can't even believe it, we're already halfway through day 5. It's crazy that we're already halfway through. So you should start feeling like you know a little bit more about yoga at this point. And I can't wait for day 10 to put all of it together so that you can see how an actual class would go. So today we are starting part 2 of our standing postures. We learned sun salutation B yesterday with one standing pose, and today we're gonna be learning chair pose, warrior 1, warrior 2, and reverse warrior. So you might not have any idea what all of this means, so let's go ahead and get started so I can show you. So we are going to begin learning a couple more standing postures and how we can connect them all together. So we're gonna go through this little mini flow together, a little bit slower, just like we did with sun salutation B yesterday. I'm going to break down the poses, the alignment, show you exactly how to do it, and then we're gonna take it through one full time together, okay? And we are gonna hold the postures for a little while, just maybe I'd say 5 or 6 seconds at a time so that you can feel the full expression of exactly what it's supposed to feel like in the body. So this practice today might also make us a little bit heated. Maybe we get a little bit sweaty, but that is totally fine. And that's the point of it, right? So let's go ahead and begin. Standing up on our mats, feet together. Take an inhale, sweep the arms high. Fold it forward, Utkatasana. You remember this by now. Forward fold, head towards the knees. It's okay to keep a slight bend here. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in one more time. Then we're gonna bend the knees back and drop the seat. Inhale, sweep the arms high, just like we're sitting back in a chair. We want to keep that lower belly active. Reach the arms forward. We feel that rib cage being pulled down, and we pull the shoulders down towards the knees. This should be a major activation for you in your quads. One breath here. Dive forward towards the knees. Good. Take an inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, plant those palms down. We're gonna step it back into our plank pose. Go ahead and drop the knees and lower into the push-up. Take an inhale, lifting up into upward facing dog. So you can see a trend here. These are the transition postures of getting into our flows. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back, coming back into down dog. This is where we'll begin introducing some of the new postures. But from here, just to get our legs prepared, we're going to pedal out our feet. And this is a very common thing you'll hear in yoga classes as well. Really helps us to get into the back of our legs. So what we'll do is bend the right knee and press the left heel into the mat. You can even press a bit into this left hip. Feel it all along the back of the leg, the hamstrings, and then switch sides. So press the right heel down, bend the left knee. Breathing as we do this, in and out of the nose. Good. Coming back through center, we'll go ahead and step the right foot through between the hands. Now this is very similar to our crescent warrior lunge that we already did, except the back foot is positioned a little bit different. So what we want to do is we want to turn the foot like this. So if you had a clock and this was 12 o'clock, it would be at about 10. So the toes are facing that direction, foot is actually pivoted flat, and it's about a 45-degree angle. So instead of the ball of the foot, you just bring the heel down and allow the foot to splay out slightly. Keep that bend into the front knee. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Lower belly tightens. Now the right hip crease, pull that back towards the right, as that left hip presses forward, okay? So you might feel a major difference there, and see if you can lunge into that front knee just a little bit further. And we'll take one more breath here. Good. Now we're going to open up into warrior two. So we'll start with the feet positioning. This back foot, we're going to open it up even wider. So it becomes completely flat and it's parallel to the back of the mat. So the front foot should be perpendicular to the back foot, as you can see right here. Front foot is vertical, back foot is horizontal. Now the arms are going to open up to a T as your torso actually faces the front. And the gaze is turned towards the right, staring directly off the right fingertips. And you still maintain that front lunge. This time we want to make sure that we tilt the pelvis so that the tailbone tucks under, okay? And the pelvic bowl actually tilts forward. Stretch and reach through the fingertips. Make sure that we maintain a straight spine, straight torso. So we don't want to pull forward like this. We just stay like this. One more full breath right here. We should definitely feel activation in the legs, in the arms. Now we're going to learn reverse warrior. So we'll take this left hand. You have two options. Can I either bring the left hand directly behind the back, just tuck it behind you, or you can rest it on the leg like this. And I'll show you both options. Flip the front palm up so that it's facing the ceiling. And whatever option you choose, you can try them both if you'd like. Reach that right arm up overhead, gentle back bend, and we gaze up towards the fingertips. Or you can bring that hand behind the back. Breathe, one breath here. Good, and then we're going to bring the palms back down towards that right foot, surrounding the foot. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Drop the knees down and lower down into the push-up. See, we're already getting nice and warm. Take an inhale. Roll up to the tops of the feet, pressing up into cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. See, standing postures are a little bit more intense, but they're very important to our practice. Go ahead, pedal the feet out a bit here. Get into the backs of the legs, into the hips. And we're going to check this out on the other side. Let's go ahead, step the left foot through between the hands. Coming into that first one, which is warrior one. So we pivot the back foot flat and the toes are pointing. Once again, if this is 12 o'clock, now they're about at 3, which is a 45-degree angle. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1 or A. Lower belly activates. You might feel some shaking or vibrating in your legs. Completely normal. You're strengthening your muscles. Let's go ahead and open up into warrior two. So let's say if you want to lower the palms to heart center. This might help with the smoother transition here. Open that back foot up. Back foot is now parallel to the back of the mat, perpendicular to the front foot. So the footing is like this. Now we can open the arms to a T and square the torso off, facing the back now. Remember, tailbone tucks under, pushing the pelvis forward. And we gaze off the left fingertips. And this is warrior two, Virabhadrasana, letter B or 2. Make sure we're rolling to the outer edge of that right foot. Gluing that foot down. Let's reverse our warrior now. So once again, you can drop that hand to the leg or bring it behind the back. Let's flip the left palm over, upside down. Take an inhale. Reach the left arm overhead. Gentle little side stretch / back bend. Maintaining that front lunge. One more breath. Definitely feel some shaking, some vibrating here. Good. Let's bring the palms back down. Roll to the back of the back foot. And surround the fingertips around the left foot. Plant the palms. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Drop the knees down to the mat. Release the tops of the feet. Let's take that push up down. Press it back up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Now, I do want to mention here as well, if this ever gets to be too much, all of the push-ups and everything like that, I just want to give you another option. There are other modifications that can be made. So for instance, once you press back into your plank, instead of dropping the knees and lowering down, you can just press right back into downward facing dog. Completely skip the push-up altogether. That is always an option. Sometimes I do that in a class, especially if my upper body is getting a little bit too tired. But once we reach downward facing dog, take an inhale, rise onto the tiptoes. Look forward, bend those knees. Walk the feet up towards the hands. Good. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, gaze forward. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to standing, sweep the arms out to the sides, up to the sky. Exhale, palms connect. Lower to heart center. Okay, so I know I'm probably not the only one that is really warm right now. So let's go ahead. We've got one more round. Now this time we should be a little bit more confident. If you get caught up, no big deal. Like I said, go at your own pace. And if you want to do this over again, you can always rewind the video and start wherever you'd like. One more round through and then we'll be finished with this day. So let's go ahead and finish it off. Starting at the front of the mat, remembering we're starting with our chair pose. So I will lead you there. Here we go. Take an inhale, circle the arms all the way up, gazing up towards the fingertips. Exhale, fold it forward over your legs, gentle bend to the knees, gazing towards them. Inhale, halfway lift, bring those palms to the shins, flat back. Pulling the shoulders back together. Exhale, fold it back in towards the knees. Remember, we're going into our chair pose here. Bend the knees, drop the seat back just like we're sitting back into a chair. Inhale, circle the arms high, lower belly activates, stretch those fingers up towards the sky. This is not an easy one. One more breath here. Exhale, standing tall, dive over the front legs. Keep that spine long. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, plant the palms down. Let's step it back into plank. One foot back, then the other meets it. Drop the knees. Lower it on down. Inhale, press the palms into the mat. Upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. All right. From here, we're going to step that right foot through immediately. Step it right between the hands. Back foot pivots flat. So we really want to make sure that the left edge is nice and glued down from the back foot. And then we'll take a big inhale, sweep the arms high. Warrior one. Holding right here for a couple breaths. Inhale through the nose and back out. Building that Ujjayi breathing. We remember that from day one, Ujjayi pranayama. And then on that second exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Open up that back foot farther so that it's parallel to the back of the mat. And then we're going to turn into warrior two. Extend the arms to a T. Head turns to the right. 2 breaths. Reversing our warrior, flip the right palm upside down. Bring the left hand either behind the back or down the back leg. Inhale. Right arm reaches up overhead, gaze follows. Nice little back bend and side stretch. One more breath here. Good. Bring the fingertips down, surrounding the right foot, roll to the ball of the back foot, and then step it back into plank. Remember, you can press back to down dog from here if you'd like. Drop the knees. Take the push-up down. Inhale. Press it up, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under. Hips lift up and back, down dog. All right, one more side to go. You guys got this. Bring the left foot through between the hands. On the inhale, we pivot that back foot flat to a 45-degree ankle. Glue the right outer edge of the foot down. Inhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. Gaze follows the fingertips. Activate the lower belly. Breathe. On your next exhale, lower the palms to heart center. Open up that back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Turn the torso, square it off. Arms extend to a T. Turn the head to the left. Warrior 2. Right side of that right foot glued down to the mat. Nice and flat. Taking one more breath here. Flip the front palm upside down. Right arm either behind the back or down the back leg. Inhale, stretch that left arm up overhead. Gazing towards the fingertips. Feeling the shaking, feeling the vibration. Grateful that we're in our bodies and able to do this type of practice. And we'll bring the fingertips back down to surround the left foot. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Step it back. If you want to join me for one more push-up, please do. If not, press back to down dog. Drop the knees. Lower down. Inhale. Press it up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. Down dog. Let's pedal the heels out one last time. Pressing one heel down, bending the opposite knee, really pressing into that hip. Taking a breath. Switch sides. One more breath. Good. Come back through center. Take an inhale, rise onto the tiptoes. Look between the hands, bend the knees. Walk the feet forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Gentle bend in the knees. Take an inhale, rise to standing, arms sweep out to the sides, all the way up to the sky. Exhale, palms touch and lower to heart. Amazing. We have already come so far. I'm really proud of you. We've done our seated postures, we've learned sun salutation A and B, and we've already introduced so many of these standing postures. This is absolutely amazing. Really, really happy. Let's go ahead and sit down and finish off our practice. So as you can see, it's gaining intensity as we learn a little bit more, and we will get stronger each and every day. So be very proud of yourselves for showing up once again on your mats. We are halfway through this challenge. Let's go ahead and keep going, keep learning, keep growing. Once again, if you enjoyed this content, tap that like button below. Make sure to tap subscribe, share this with your friends, with anybody that you think would benefit. And thank you once again for joining me. Namaste. Peace.